Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be making a Gunnar vibey beat. I know I said that in the last intro basically, but today let's actually do it. It might turn out emotional again, it might be another Juice WRLD type beat, but I'm really feeling these ambient vibes today. I think we're going to switch up the bounce though, so it's not going to be a typical trap drum bounce. It's going to be something a lot more vibey. So what I want to do is get an electric piano, and honestly, let's just see where it takes us. Have no direction, let's just... I really like this. Sounds very vibey. So let's pitch it up, and let's switch the key up, just so we're doing, you know, a different sounding beat this time. So you know what, let's do F minor today. Haven't really worked on this too much, but let's see. Okay, I'm a big fan of that melody, that sounds pretty good. So what we're going to do is just add more notes, just so it sounds more full in the ears. Right, we're going for a nice ambient vibe, so it needs to sound as full as possible. And maybe even one higher. Okay, that's the main melody done. It sounds very spacey, very vibey. I'm going to change some of the notes and everything just to make it a bit more unique. So what I will do is I'll copy it over, and I'm just going to add a bit more rhythm into the second half. So first of all, let's give it a listen. So here we're going to add a higher note, just to give it more variation, you know. Okay, perfect. So we've got a bit more energy in this second half. What we're going to do, just to make sure that nothing's clipping, because this is a very high-pitched sound, and because it's electric, it has a bit of distortion, I believe, on it. So what we're going to do is just make sure these notes are not overlapping too much. Of course, in a minute, we're going to randomize the notes so it sounds more human. So the whole melody. Let's not overcomplicate it, so let's just listen to that bit again. Perfect. So now what we're going to do to add a human element is go to our classic randomize here, and just mess around with the velocity. Just ever so slightly, and the strum as well, because we want it to be as natural as possible and as vibey as possible, so strum's a good way to do this. Perfect. I'm a big fan of this melody right now, so that's sounding great. And you know what? I think we're going to go for like a vibey drill bounce today, actually. Like a Ice Spice, chill vibe. I also realised we didn't actually apply the randomising of the notes. There we go, so that's been applied. Now I think we're going to add some strings, but I don't think we need much, to be completely honest. So I think I'm going to get I'm going to say a violin, but I think I've got a nice string pack. I think actually it's the default one from FL Studio, but to me it just sounds so good, and I think I'm just going to layer the melody, or maybe add some new chords actually. So let's pitch it up. And let's add breaks in it to give it more bounce. Like maybe that. Yeah, I like that. Just before the chord should end, it gives it a nice bounce, I think. Okay, cool. And we can also add a higher end. So what I'm going to do actually is invert these to higher, like this. Okay, so next thing, we're actually going to make all of these equal, just so we can chop them properly. So, and I like the chop because it adds more rhythm, right? It's just one little notch before the end, and it just adds something different to the beat, right? We don't want to keep making the same sort of stuff. So I think adding this adds, you know, a little bit of variation here and there, but also not too much so it's too abnormal, but gives it a bit of a swing. Perfect. So those are the strings done. We might filter them out actually in the end, but I think the last thing this beat needs is a flute. So we're going to go to our trusty Flex as always. Honestly, it's such a reliable plugin that I just can't say no to it. So let me find the flute and let's get some nice canto melody. Okay, cool, so we've got a rough melody for the flute. I'm going to add some slides on the flute, because I did that the other beat, the Juice WRLD type beat, it went crazy. I like that, it just adds something different as always to the beat, so that's nice. Always a welcome thing to add. Okay, cool, the flute is now done. That took a while, but honestly it was worth it. I think I'm going to up the reverb on this. I'm a big fan of that. I know I've got dinner, so I'm going to have to be back. But it's good to fresh your ears up, because when you come back, you might realise the beat sounded trash. So, see you in a second. Okay, I am back from my dinner. I had... what did I have? Chicken, barley, it was a weird munch, alright? It wasn't ideal, but here we are anyway, we're nice and refreshed regardless. I shouldn't say that actually, it was good. I ate it all anyway, so it can't have been that bad. Right, anyway, let's hear this beat. Oh, it would help if I had my headphones turned on, wouldn't it? Okie dokie, so after coming back I realised this piano might be a bit harsh. So we're going to EQ. Perfect. So I think we're going to go to the drums. Now I think I'm going to make this bit quite uncut just to show you guys how to actually do drums properly, because I know in a lot of videos I just skip past it. So we're going to be going with a drill bounce actually, just to make this a little bit more unique, I would say. So I think I'm going to take a rim. Oh, that drop. You know what, I'm going to... Oh. Just as a little texture. And we're going to be going with a different vibe today, as I said. So we're going to be picking different sounds to what I usually would for this type of beat and just really go with it. Honestly. Just embrace it. Just think about it, as a producer you want to make your own wave, right? You don't want to follow what everyone else is doing all the time, because then honestly you're never going to make any progress as a producer. You're never going to find your own style. So if I was you, honestly I would recommend just experimenting. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. Someone could like my beat, someone could hate it, you know? It doesn't bother me, and that's the beauty of music. Oh, my headphones died, damn it. Okay, my headphones are back to life. But yeah, as I was saying, just do whatever you think's best, to be honest, and just work with that. That's all I can advise you to do, honestly. It will work out, I promise. Like that alone just sounds great, but I think, as I said, I'm going to do a drill bounce, so let's do. I think that works. Yeah, you know what, that works perfectly. Doesn't clash with anything. I think it sounds nice. Perfect. So simple drill, rim shot, bounce. Yeah, I like that again, keeping it simple but refreshing. So now we're going to go back into the drill kit, and I think for this we're going to use a nice hi-hat for the pattern. And this will go nicely. And we're going to experiment with some rolls in this one. Okay, cool. So that's going to be the pattern for the hi-hat itself. It's quite simple. Add a bit of variation here. Perfect. So let's copy that over by doing Control and B, and boom, we now have ourselves a little pattern. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a counter snare, which is going to act as a layer to the hi-hat slightly. So perfect, and we're going to pan these. So if we go to, let's do the random panning again. I like doing that. Very simple. Perfect. And now we're going to go to the 808 after we add an open hat. I think this type of beat is very important to add one, simply because it's quite vibey, and I do have a perfect open hat for the job. This one. Okay, cool. So now it is time for the 808. So for the 808 itself, we're going to be using the Spins 808 and doing a nice just trap pattern. We're mixing drill and trap here today, so sounds very clean. I am also going to add some delay to the hi-hat itself just to give it more bounce. So in order to do this, what I like to do is route it to a mixer track. Go up here, I go to Fruity Delay 3, select the ping pong preset, just up here, and turn the mix down. Okay, perfect. That's all done. We've added the ARP as a texture. So now we can do the usual strategy of okay, that's my bad. Split by channel. Splitting only makes sense if a pattern contains. Oh, that's because I just put an empty pattern into there. Okay, I hope I didn't. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna say I hope I didn't lose anything. I was like, what? No tracks to split? What tomfoolery is that? But we're all good. I like this one. And it's 140 BPM, so simply to get it to fit to tempo, we just do fit to tempo, turn 140, and instantly. See what that sounds like at the end. So here, to make the arrangement more interesting, we're actually gonna do this. Perfect, that is the beat done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was slightly more informative. It might have been longer than the other ones, I don't know. I just keep forgetting to like speak in these videos, but I am learning, I'm improving, and also I'm gonna buy a new camera, so it won't be this dusty anymore. The angle might be a bit different, but we're gonna have a new camera, so I might start doing more vlog style producer videos where, you know, I go downstairs, make some toast, make a cup of coffee, come upstairs, boom, make a beat, just like Carl Beats. I'm learning from the best. But yeah, anyway boys, hopefully you enjoyed this one. I think I'm going to call this an Ice Spice chill type beat, because I know throughout the video I was saying like Gunner, Juice WRLD, Drill, all this stuff, but to be honest I think it's most like a recent Ice Spice type beat. Now I know you're probably thinking, Ice Spice, she usually gets on like hard beats, but this is my pledge to you, Ice Spice, hop on this beat. That's what I've got to say. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.